The one thing that is stopping you from becoming profitable is the one thing that everybody hates doing, and that is journaling. Hello guys, hope you're all well. Welcome back to a new video. As you can probably tell by the title, we're going to be going over how to journal, and I'm also going to be giving you guys this exact journal, which you can see on the screen right now, completely for free. This video is technically just a tutorial on how to use it and how to efficiently journal and collect statistics on your strategy. So without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into it. So of course, the first thing is asset, okay? So far I've got written down NQ, ES, EU, and GU. You can also add your own assets. You can also delete these as well. So very straightforward. Let's go ahead and select NQ and then the date, okay? So select whichever day it was that you took the trade. Say for example, you took a trade on Friday, go ahead and select Friday. The day, which it is today, will already be selected. So make sure you journal in on the day of you taking the trade. Don't put it to the back. Don't say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, because you won't, okay? Do it as soon as you've taken the trade. Come into the journal and journal the trade, okay? So let's say, for example, we've taken a trade on Wednesday. We'll select Wednesday, and you can see it says May the 7th, 2025, okay? So then, high time frame chart, and it says link, okay? So what you want to do is hop onto TradingView. Whatever your high time frame chart is, say for example your high time frame is the 4 hour, your mid time frame is the 15 minute, and your low time frame, the entry time frame, is the 1 minute. You then want to go ahead and take a picture of the high time frame, of how it looked at the time, and sort of like the confluences behind the trade, okay? So within this example here, we've gone ahead and marked out this liquidity sweep, which happened on the 4 hour time frame, which in this case will be our higher time frame. So mark it out just so you know what you're looking at in the future if you come back to it. Then in the top right, click on the camera icon and click copy link. You want the link to the TradingView. Then go ahead and go back to the Notion page and paste that link in, okay? Now that this link is pasted in, you can go ahead and come back to it. You can click on it whenever you would like, and it will bring up the screenshot of that high time frame chart. Next thing, mid time frame chart, okay? Whenever you're trading, you must always have a high time frame, a mid time frame, and a low time frame, okay? Secondly, we've got the mid time frame here. So in this case, 4 hour will be our high time frame, 15 minute here would be our mid time frame, okay? So as you can see, after having that liquidity sweep, our confluence on the mid time frame would be this change in the state of delivery, okay? This is all just an example, by the way, guys. This is not necessarily how I trade. This is just, I'm trying to make it as easy for you guys to understand how to go about journaling, okay? So 15-minute change in the state of delivery, go ahead and take a screenshot. Well, not a screenshot, copy the link, okay? So copy the link of this, of how the 15-minute, in this case, this is our mid time frame, looks. Go ahead and go back to the Notion page, paste that link in there. And the last thing to do is the entry chart, okay? So this is our lower time frame. Unless you execute on the 15, maybe the 4 hour is your high time frame, 15 is a mid time frame, and that's also your entry. That's completely fine. Again, this is completely personal to you guys. You can personalize this however you would like. You can even delete the mid time frame if you've only got a high time frame and a low time frame. But for the sake of this video, we have an entry chart here, okay? So 15-minute is our mid time frame. The 1 minute would then be our entry time frame, okay? So as you can see now on the 1 minute time frame, and after price trades into that 15-minute change in the state of delivery, which you can see is already marked out here, price then create a fair value gap, and also technically a market structure shift if you want to add that to your confluences. Price then trades back into the fair value gap, and then this is where I would have entered the trade hypothetically, okay? So price trades into it, took my entry, stop loss would go on the lows and target a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio, okay? So now go ahead, copy the link to this. Make sure to have your position tool marked out as well, just so when you come back and look at your old data, so you can see where you entered, so you can actually have a position tool to see where your stop loss was. Maybe that's something you can improve on just by looking at all of your trades, okay? So go ahead and go back to the Notion page, and finally paste that entry chart into it, okay? So the next thing is session. I've already got all of these marked out for you. So go ahead and select one. In this case, the entry was during the PM session. So we'll select PM. Time of the trade. Let's go back into the charts and take a look. 3:38 PM. So we'll go ahead and go back to Notion and we'll do 3:38. Okay. So paste that in there. Now confluences. This of course is pretty self-explanatory. You want to write down all the confluences behind you taking the trade, from the high time frame all the way down to the low time frame. So within this example that we've got here, 4 hour liquidity sweep, and then 15-minute chain in the state of delivery, and 1 minute market structure shift plus fair value gap, okay? So those are our confluences for the trade that we had taken there. And then trade rating, okay? So this is where you want to rate the trade. C, being the lowest, worst trade ever. B, sort of being kind of bad, not too bad. A is like pretty good, but it can be slightly better. And then A plus is the best, okay? That's all the confluences lining up. Best trade, this is your model, everything you want to see aligning, okay? So go ahead and select one of those. For this example here, I'd say it's a pretty decent solid trade, so we'll go with A. And then win. If you didn't win the trade, don't select this box. If you did, go ahead and select it. So next to it, we've got win/loss. Go ahead and click on that, and then of course select win or loss, okay? The reason why we have two of these is so we can collect the statistics, okay? Because once we tick this box, it will go ahead and mark out the average percentage of all of the trades that we've got logged down, okay? So this is just for the percentage, just so you can see. Say for example, we took 10 trades, we won 5 of them, we would tick 5 boxes and it would say 50%. This one here is for something else that we'll get into in just a moment. So yeah, it only takes 2 seconds anyway, it's not too long. And then risk, of course, pretty self-explanatory, how much risk you put onto that trade. So let's just say we did 0.5%, go ahead and type that out. Then next we've got RR, again, pretty self-explanatory. Go ahead and type the number of RR you took. So in this example, 3 RR we had taken, type out 3 and press enter, okay? And then P&L, you can either put this in percentages or within money, okay? So let's say for example, $1,000 on that trade, or if we raised 0.5% and we made it 3R, you can also just put 1.5% there, okay? And then notes, this is very important. You can go ahead and click on this little button in the top right. You can then write, for example, NQ, and then if you come down here, you can write down any notes, okay? So this is very important to do as well. You want to write down all the emotions that you felt. You want to write down what you did well within the trade, what you can improve on. And basically it opens up a whole entire new page for you to write all of that in. And then once you wrote it in, let's say, I felt fine within the trade. And then we can go ahead and say, I should wait for more confirmation next time. Just an example, okay? Of course, this is all just an example, right? So this is how you want to sort of lay it out, and then go ahead and just click out of here. And as you can see, you won't have all that writing just all over your screen. It will be in this very small box here, okay? So if you ever want to go back and check the notes, go ahead and click on the top right and then we'll all be there, okay? So that's essentially it. It does not take long at all, 5 to 10 minutes, if that. Go ahead and write all of that out. And the next cool feature is, if you see here next to table, we have calendar. Go ahead and click on calendar. And as you can see, every single day that you take a trade, it will be marked out in this calendar here, okay? So very nice, clean, sleek design, which you can sort of go back and see, okay, this week I had 3 wins, this week was pretty red, this week I made this amount of money, etc, okay? As you can see, it will say the asset, for example, NQ. This part here is the P&L, so again, you can have it as a percentage or the money, and then it will say win or loss, okay? So loss will be red, win will be green as well, okay? So you can clearly see when you're looking at it, green, 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 red, okay? So that's essentially all it shows. You can also click on the 3 dots here, and you can click properties, and you can change it to show whatever you would like, okay? So if you want it to say trade rating, you can see a trade, or if you want confluences, it says it there, okay? Again, this is completely customizable for you guys. So let's go back to the table now, and I'm going to explain how you can actually customize it. So of course you can add boxes here by the plus symbol, and you can also edit them, of course. Right click on it, you can do edit property, and then you can select type and then choose whatever you would like down here. So completely customizable to your liking. It's all yours to change around, mess around with, see what works best for you, or you can just leave it as it comes, of course, okay? And also only you can see your journal as well, so don't worry, nobody else can see it. Once you've copied it to your workspace, it's completely yours. And the way you're going to copy it is click the link in the description of this YouTube video. I'll have the link to the Notion page there. And once you click that link, it should bring you up with a screen like this. And then you want to go ahead and click on the 3 dots and then click duplicate to workspace. Or it may be somewhere around here, but somewhere in the top right, if you click on it, it should say duplicate to workspace or add to workspace. Go ahead and click that. And then once it's in your workspace, you are free to do absolutely anything you want with the journal. Remember, journaling is so important. It helps you to find the things that you're doing wrong in your trading and also collect very valid statistics. Okay, so time of trade. Okay, do you take most losses if you enter a trade during this time? Do you take mostly losses while trading NQ? Are most of your losses because you're taking C tier trades, etc, etc? You guys get the point. Even if you just journaled 50, 100 trades, somewhere around there, you'll have such a better edge than you did before you started journaling, because you will be able to find all of these things that you are doing wrong consistently. Now with that being said, we're going to wrap up the video there. If you guys appreciated what I have done for you guys here, creating you your own personal journal, I'd appreciate it if you could leave a like and a subscription. And I'm going to go ahead and leave the link to the journal and the top line of the description. And then below that, I'm going to have my premium membership group in which you guys can join that. And also we've got a feature inside of there where you guys can send me your journals and I'll review them every single day. And of course, many more features within the premium, live trading, etc, etc. Also within the description, I'll have links to my other socials and also my own website, and not to mention my very own quarterly theory indicator. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Take it easy, guys. See you later.